headlines and knocking out lights everywhere he goes. Liam Slater is a star on the rise, so it is only fitting that he enters the 2022 Rise Ascent Tournament. What a bright future this young man has, and he's in there against somebody else who is making waves across British wrestling. The prize, a spot in the final of UK wrestling's most prestigious wrestling tournament.
Mention it one more time for Liam Slater! And the second competitor.
Goth Boy is here in Leeds. Another star who has been really making some waves in British wrestling. Joe Wade. A unique mindset to this young man. It's hard to tell quite what's going on with Joe Wade as of late. Might be an interesting one for Liam Slater to attempt to read. The Rise Ascent Tournament, featuring some of the hottest young talent from the UK wrestling scene and beyond. I'll tell you what, Joe Wade has had a busy few months. Competed at the first ever Sovereign Pro Wrestling event just a few weeks ago. Last night, he was competing just up the road in Newcastle at North Wrestling in a war against Joe Kessler. No doubt feeling the bumps from that one. You know who else was there last night? Liam Slater, one half of the North Wrestling Tag Team Champions. He was in a barn burner against Progress Wrestling's Tag Team Champions, Sunshine Machine. So these two have had their knocks over the last 24 hours, and right now, it's about the Ascent Tournament. And Joe doesn't seem that interested in the Ascent Tournament, but he is dead inside. So what do you expect? Oh, and Liam getting bored of the mind games. He wants to get going. He wants to get the party started. Lock up, and here we go. Ascent Tournament underway. The first of our semi-final matches tonight. Later on, Liam Slater competes against Jet Marshall. A real clash of styles in that one, as Joe Wade forces Liam Slater into the corner. The Ascent Tournament has been a star-making tournament and has led to gold around the waist of those who sometimes win it. Saxon Huxley, there he goes. Was one of the winners of the Ascent Tournament. Won the Rise Championship, a tournament that featured the likes of the Primate, Big Effin' Joe, Danny O'Doherty, and Pastor William Even. The Pastor won the tournament in 2018. Dropkick by Leon. And I was there ringside the night that the Boy Wonder won the biggest Ascent tournament ever, beating former winner Saxon Huxley in the final, and challenged Big Joe at Somerset for the Rise Championship. What a night that was! And that's the joy, that's the glory of the Rise Ascent tournament. It's hard to call who picks up the win. The biggest, it doesn't really matter if you are. The fastest, it doesn't really matter if you are. It's a real style smorgasbord. a medley of move masterminds, and Joe Wade suddenly coming out of his shell with those stomps to Leon Slater. Big boot to the face of Leon. Oh, Joe Wade in his pomp right now, taking his time on Leon Slater. Breaking this one up now, Leon Slater on the back foot. Joe Wade, who we've seen as part of North Wrestling, Tidal Wrestling, trains alongside some of the best, sitting part of TGW as well, True Grit in York. Leon Slater seems to be making headlines everywhere he goes. It's 2.5 only. Leon Slater, who had an absolute 5-star classic, fuck you Dave Meltzer, with Speedball Mike Bailey, the X-Division champion of Impact Wrestling. Not that long ago, the entire wrestling world is talking about Leon Slater. And Joe Wade thinks if I can beat Leon Slater, the world's going to talk about me. And a kick to the back of nearly the back of the neck of Leon Slater. Away from Rise, ASCENT Tournament action, as we say. The return of Nina Samuels is on the cards tonight. First time back in Rise for nearly 5 years. And Slater back up already, the return of Leon Slater. Returning the favor with that kick to the back of the head. Make it 2. So Nina Samuels in action tonight, and of course, our Rise or Die, no rope, barbed wire war. Either Danny O'Doherty leaves or Danny O'Doherty takes over Rise. A horrifying prospect for our main event. As we see the young prospect in Joe Wade working over Leon Slater. This is exactly where Joe needs to be. Center of attention, center of the action, slowing it down. Because once Leon Slater gets his speed up, that's when he becomes a problem for his opponent. The hard Irish whip across the ring. Slater's back just crumbles into that corner. The Rise faithful, who are in great voice tonight, coming alive for Leon Slater as Joe Wade slowly works over Leon Slater. Slam on the cover. The winner of this tournament has a date with Destiny, a date to face the Rise Heavyweight Champion. And that's not even a match you can think about right now, because right now the champion is Danny O'Doherty. By the end of the night, he could be forfeiting that title. I've heard rumblings that should Danny O'Doherty forfeit the Rise Championship tonight, should British Top Team lose the Rise Championship, should lose that main event and Darwin is forced to vacate the Rise Championship, I've heard rumblings backstage that the finals of the ASCENT Tournament will be for the Rise title. So one of these two men could be one match away from becoming Rise champion, could be 2. Can't be thinking about that now. You've got to think about what's in front of you. And right now it is Joe Wade with that front face lock directly in front of Leon Slater. Joe Wade just grinding to take down Leon Slater with that headlock. I've really appreciated the strategy of Joe Wade here, who has just slowly, methodically worn down Leon Slater. In the back, no doubt watching this one, the other half of our Rise ASCENT Tournament bracket, Jet Marshall and Liam Slater. And look at that, like a bullet, shot out of a gun. Leon Slater just charges at Joe Wade and turns the tide. Liam Slater, just instant. Not even quick, he's instant. And round goes Slater and Wade, spinning through springboard. Just like that. Joe Wade took his eye off the ball for a split second, and that was all that Liam Slater needed to make a sweet escape and get back into rhythm. But that back is hurting him, you saw it there. Liam Slater's had that back worked over by Joe Wade. That's going to hamper a lot of his offense here. Might be a mistake going for a back suplex, and Joe Wade once again. Whoa, maybe not. The power of Liam Slater, but not strong enough to drop him all the way down. Back up again. Oh, and a boot to the head and a German suplex. Snapped into the corner. Hang time on that drop kick, and Joe Wade might be about to silence a lot of critics. Whoa! Change of plan, says Liam Slater. Dropping it with that spinning brain buster. What a battle these two have had. Liam Slater and Joe Wade, all eyes on them and all eyes on the ASCENT Tournament. England's maddest wrestling show well and truly back. How it will look by the end of the night, well, that is down to Big Joe and the Deathmatch Outlaws. If they can turn away the challenge of Danny O'Doherty and British top team. How the company looks after tonight is up for debate, but we do know that the ASCENT Tournament is looking stronger than ever, and one of these two is going to punch a ticket into the final. Swing and a miss. Oh, those knees buried deep into the chest of Liam Slater. Covered by Joe Wade, and it's a two, just a two. The Rise faithful behind Liam Slater, but there's been a groundswell of support for Joe Wade as well. You can hear it. It's great that so many have come out tonight to join us at the warehouse, and there's love for everybody competing here, except Danny O'Doherty and British Top Twats. But Joe Wade is making some fans of his own tonight. Wade looking for a key moment. Could this be where Goth Boy stops Liam Slater's momentum? Talking of momentum! Slater took all of that speed from Joe Wade, turned it into a blue thunder bomb. Liam Slater chants echoing around the warehouse in Leeds, and here Liam Slater, who finds himself near our lighting rig. Oh, and look, he took a second too long. Liam Slater has a tendency to knock out the lights at venues like this, and that moment of stall gave Joe Wade an opening. Liam closed it immediately. Oh, wait, a roll up by Joe. Roll up by Liam. Liam and Joe exchanging small packages. Roll, victory roll. You don't need the top rope to ascend in Rise, as Liam Slater finds himself in the finals of the ASCENT Tournament. A hell of a performance by Joe Wade, but hats off to the man that the entire wrestling world is talking about in Liam Slater. Could the youngest boss, could the youngest in charge be about to take charge of the Ascent Tournament? Show of respect between Joe and Liam Slater. Liam Slater punches his ticket to the finals of the Ascent Tournament.
Rise tryouts were held on Friday night in Sheffield, and one impressive talent, Ellis Barker, was shocked to find out that the Ascent Tournament was starting early.
Go a big opportunity for Ellis. He's going to be the main event tonight, wrestling Liam in the Ascent Tournament.
It was one hell of a performance, but it was not enough to defeat the defending Ascent Tournament champion and his teacher, Liam Slater.
Best professional wrestler in Leeds, the reigning Ascent Tournament champion, soon to be two-time Ascent Tournament champion, Liam Slater, number one in professional wrestling.
A post-modern professional wrestler.
And facing the post-modern pro wrestler tonight, his opponents, Jet Marshall.
High-flying Jet Marshall. What a weekend it's been for Jet Marshall. Last night, just up the road at North Wrestling, he was a last-minute substitution in the opening contest. His opponent from the US, Warhorse. Arguably the biggest match to date for Jet Marshall was less than 24 hours ago, and now he is in the Ascent Tournament semi-final. Over the way from Jet Marshall, somebody else who was in action last night in Newcastle, Liam Slater, the reigning North Heavyweight Champion, successfully defended that title against Impact Wrestling's Joe Hendry. But we put all of that to the side because tonight the eyes of the British wrestling world are on Rise or Die and the Ascent Tournament. the star-making, career-breaking Ascent Tournament. We know that Liam Slater has punched his ticket to the final. He will meet one of these two men when they get there. The Rise Championship, quite the talking point tonight. Dr. Leonardo Darwin currently holds that title, but should the Deathmatch Outlaws win our main event tonight, then British top team and Leonardo Darwin are done in Rise. Darwin must retire and Darwin must forfeit the Rise Championship. Now I bring this up because the winner of the Ascent Tournament gets a Rise Championship opportunity down the road. And I have heard rumblings from Rise management, from the office of Danny O'Doherty, and I'm speaking unofficially here, that should Dr. Leonardo Darwin retire tonight, the winner of this match will go on to face Liam Slater, not only in the Ascent Tournament final, but the Ascent Tournament final for the Rise Championship. That final of this tournament, once again, for the second time in its career, for the second time in its lineage, becomes a Rise Championship tournament match. But that all depends on how our main event of Rise or Die goes. A 6-man tag team Rise or Die barbed wire war between the Deathmatch Outlaws and the British top team. Right now, the Ascent Tournament, a 15-minute time limit on our Ascent Tournament matches. They've got to be quick, they've got to be impactful, and nobody does quick and impactful like Jet Marshall. But he is in there against one of British wrestling's favourite sons, a grafter of a professional wrestler who took some time away from the scene to refocus, to recalibrate, and I genuinely think that Liam Slater is the best he has ever been. Nobody has that ground and pound, but Jet Marshall shutting me and the doubters up as he sends Liam Slater to the outside. Jet Marshall's going to be one of these ones to watch on the British wrestling circuit, and he could very much have eyes on him if he wins the Ascent Tournament. He's 2 wins away from it. Liam Slater back in the ring, taking it steady. And those strikes from Jet Marshall rocking Liam Slater. We talk about the Ascent Tournament as well. Jet striking Liam Slater. One thing we've not mentioned is Liam Slater's been here before. Liam Slater back in 2021 won the whole Ascent Tournament to earn his job back here at Rise. And Jet Marshall looking to stop him from repeating. Jet Marshall would love to be spoiler to stop Liam Slater becoming a 2-time Ascent Tournament winner. He's on course to doing that now with a senton. It's 2.5 for Jet Marshall. And the caveat here is as well, Jet Marshall trained by Liam Slater. Let's not lose sight of that part of the story as well. And Liam Slater proving that he's taught Jet everything he knows, but not everything that he knows. Double backbreaker bombs from Liam Slater. It's 2 only. Slater channeling that spirit that drove him through last year's Ascent Tournament. Channeling that energy that brought him back from the brink and got him his job back at Rise. And another huge backbreaker. Slater becoming a backbreaker specialist against Jet Marshall. Slater just pulling away, pulling on the face and the teeth, and now working over the arms of Jet Marshall. Variation on a cattle mutilation, grounding Jet. And the smoothness of Liam Slater wraps him up again and cradle for a 2 count only. Phenomenal mat wrestling by Liam Slater, but we'd expect nothing less. At the conclusion of this ASCENT Tournament match, a grudge match for the ages. The comedian Nathan Black about to put his money where his mouth is. We're going to see if his mouth can write the checks that his arse has been cashing. He's going to face B.A. Rose. Black and Rose coming up after this ASCENT Tournament semi-final match. Jet Marshall holding that leg and Liam Slater's worn it down. Great strategy by Liam Slater, who has just worked over that leg. He wants to bring Jet Marshall to the ground, keep him there. Because once Jet Marshall gets the motor running, then Liam Slater has a problem. Slater now playing this match exactly at his speed. Across the ring goes Jet. Liam Slater as he says he is, he's a postmodern professional wrestler. He's aware of the factors in this one. The fact that he wants to win the ASCENT Tournament for a 2nd year running. And he wants, and he's in there with his trainee who just spat at his chest. And that's just lit a fire under Liam Slater. Not a great move by the infamous Jet Marshall. Marshall now moving. Jet Marshall kicking this match into high gear. Swinging it, and a boot by Marshall. And now Jet looking to take off. Oh my God, he sticks the landing. And Slater might be out. The cover. Just 2.5, Jet Marshall. Half a second away from punching his ticket to the finals of the ASCENT Tournament and capping off one of the biggest weekends in his wrestling career. Slater with a bomb to counter the dropkick, turns it round, hooks him up. Oh, power bomb with the cover. Expertly executed, you could say excellently executed by Liam Slater, who has been a force of nature in this match. And now Slater, completely in control. Marshall fighting from underneath. Chops to the chest, headbutt to the arm. Slater rings him through, packages him up, and delivers a powerbomb. Oh wow, closest call of the night, 2.99 recurring. And now Slater takes it old school with a single leg grab, and Marshall, he knows this one oh so well. Maybe Slater made a mistake, a rare mistake by Liam Slater to call the move before applying it effectively. Liam Slater calling the single leg before he nailed it. Big boot by Jet Marshall. Rolls Slater through. Look at the speed of Marshall with that roaring uppercut. 2.5 for Jet. Maybe thinking once more to the breach, once more. Double stomps to Slater. Marshall is instant. Not even quick, he's instant. We could be looking at a Jet Marshall Liam Slater final if Slater falls victim to one more big Jet Marshall move. Could be looking for it here. He's going to plant Liam Slater head first. En route to the finals of the ASCENT Tournament. the new school Jet Marshall, and great strategy by Jet Marshall. Taught well by Liam Slater. Rolls out of the ring, stops Liam making the cover. I mean, a count, will Liam take a count out? No, he won't. No, he won't. He wants to decisively beat Jet Marshall. Back in the ring comes Liam and Jet. Here comes Jet Marshall. Jet's gonna fly! Cannonball through the ropes! Should Liam Slater have taken the count out? I don't think it's in his nature to take a count out win. Marshall back in the ring now. Looking to drive Slater's head into the dirt, and Slater says no! Pile driver! The cover! Slater does it!
Here is your winner, Liam Slater!
After a career-defining 2021, Liam Slater finds him back in familiar territory, one match away from becoming the ASCENT Tournament winner for a second year on the bounce. Hats off to Jet Marshall, a phenomenal performance against a postmodern professional wrestler, but it'll be Liam Slater.
Let's hear it for Liam Slater's opponents, Jet Marshall.
Slater versus Slater will be our finals of the ASCENT Tournament. And nothing but respect from Liam Slater to Jet Marshall.
Let's hear it once again for your winner, Liam Slater!
The Rise ASCENT Tournament bringing out the best in people.
After that match and what we have coming up, and certainly say Spooky Sam's delivering, say what you want about Joe Wade, he is arguably one of the most talented guys in this country. In my opinion, the best kept secret in British wrestling.
I mean, what's not a secret is how goddamn miserable this guy is. But as Goths go, he gets a 5 out of 10.
Personally and professionally, I see a lot of my younger self in Joe Wade.
Are you making it about yourself? That's 2 in 10 minutes, Michael Caden. That's 2 in 10 minutes. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you, Michael Caden.
I would please ask you to be so.
Jet Marshall impresses the hell out of me. For a guy that I'm pretty sure is only 3'8", he delivers kicks like a man that's 4'9". I'll tell you that for free. He's absolutely a heavy hitter. He's from a different era, I'll give you that.
He's the last of a dying breed, and he's right here in Rise.
Why is he wearing 2 handkerchiefs? Wrongly. If you're going to wear 1 handkerchief, do it correctly.
You never know what the streets call for. You never know.
He's just one of them pop culture kids, isn't he? We've all seen Friday the 13th, Jet. Jesus Christ. Get a tan. Not enough tans in wrestling.
In my opinion,
2
of the most talented young wrestlers in the country that nobody knows about are going to be making a huge statement tonight in this ring.
I won't lie to you, I think it's going to be hard hitting. I don't disagree with any of that, but you've got to agree they both need a tan. They look like 100 kids have been let loose with Sharpies on them. Why are they covered in so much garbage? A nice,
show respect
I like
there.
that. A nice fisting to start a good match. I like that.
Starting off hot and heavy, big side headlock. Takes it to the ropes. Huge show to tackle, back with another one.
Jet Marshall tastes the mat first.
Drop down. Oh, mafia kick there by Jet Marshall. And he's unfazed. Oh, naked 2. He can't help but feel that.
Your excitement's gone through the roof all of a sudden, Michael Caden.
This is the reason I love professional wrestling. These are 2 absolute throwbacks to the style I adore.
It kind of reminds me, if Avril Lavigne had a husband, I think he'd look like Joe Wade.
if she should be so lucky. Joe Wade, again, I can't emphasize enough, is extremely talented.
The guy can go from miserable to high velocity in about half a
He feels
second.
like he's about to go airborne.
Hey, Jet Marshall having
the
none of it.
third mafia kick in a row. Oh my God, what on earth are we going to see here? Huge knee!
Right to the old Swede.
The fact he is still standing after that knee is an example to his toughness. Boom! Huge German suplex. This match has already delivered, and we're less than a minute in.
Let's get serious for a minute. These guys almost hit in the ASCENT Tournament final. Both just missed out by a wicket, and they're here basically battling out for a third place. And who knows, if you've got the new Rise management in charge, they might see something they like here, and the sky's the limit for both of these guys.
Two absolute throwbacks.
Yeah.
Two extremely talented young guys that are already leaving it all in the ring.
I know that both of these guys are good at nothing else apart from wrestling, so they better do something well with this, because I don't know what else they're going to do.
That makes three of us, mate.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to offend you before the half-time mark, but if we're getting that way already. You are from Hartlepool, though, right?
H chance for killers.
You were doomed for the start.
Joe Wade picking him up with the side headlock. Oh, huge kick to the shoulder and was slapped.
Hey.
If these two men can eat tomorrow, it will be a miracle. Less than 5 minutes in, they have not done anything but rattle each other's jaws and break each other's bones.
The pace has been high from day dot, I'll give you that.
Did you expect anything else?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh,
goodness
penalty
me.
kick.
I take it back, he might have been a good NFL player with a boot like that. Jet Marshall, that's for another one.
Oh, it rattled around the building. And Jet Marshall doesn't feel
He
it.
wants more. He says, please,
This is
sir.
unbelievable.
Someone's been watching Oliver Twist.
Oh my God.
It's switching down.
Oh my God.
Sweet
Oh my God.
Betty Crockett. Oh. I think we're going to hear the
The
Oscar.
show is stolen. These two men have done it.
Jet Marshall, I think, has only got half a liver after those kicks.
Oh my God.
And Joe Wade's only
Jet
going to have half his
Marshall,
ribs.
An absolute throwback.
It's like a game of Sabutio in a Rise ring.
Kiwana kicks, chop to the back. Mafia kick.
This could be it. Michael Caden, I think we're going home.
If he's not knocked out, right.
He's up.
I've been around a lot of people and done a lot of things for a long time, and these have to be the two toughest guys I've ever seen in a ring.
I make jokes about Jet Marshall, and I'll fight any man, but I don't think I look forward to fighting Jet Marshall and the way that he potentially might leave me if my back was turned.
Give me barbed wire and light tubes any day, then take them kicks. Jesus!
Oh,
Into his face!
right on the chin!
He's knocked out. Joe
Is he gone? I think he might be done. I think he's done.
We got medic.
He's eyed up! Joe Wade's almost making me want to cheer for him.
I cannot believe what I am seeing here. An absolute throwback.
These are guys that you can tell they want to make it. They're built on piss and vinegar, and you can absolutely sense it from
leaving
here.
their body.
Yeah,
Oh,
damn right
my.
they are. Oh, slappeth her. They're slapping back and forward. Hey, this has turned into a... We were straight wrestling, and now we're into some kind of manic goth brawl.
Call it a goth brawl, call it two people giving the fucking
double
heart
boot!
for pro wrestling, and this is why I love pro wrestling. These two guys are the reason I love pro wrestling.
You got 150 people here. Don't chip. No, you're making it about yourself again, Michael Caden. Goodness me, have a night off. Double boot to the Gullivers there. They're both down. Who are you backing? Which horse are you backing?
You can't back one of these horses, you really can't. It's two stallions, two young stallions.
You hear the expression bright future thrown around like a used napkin, but it's really, really true here.
God, the mafia kicks.
I don't think they want any teeth left after this. This is hard hitting. It's one of the hardest hitting matches I've ever seen.
Straight to the face. And now Jet Marshall setting up for something. Oh, another one of them vicious bicycle knees.
I would say.
Oh, he's caught it. Joe Wade.
Joe Wade's got more combos than a character on Tekken Tag Tournament.
I seen Joe Wade a long time ago on the show. and he was just a flippy kid. Joe Wade is arguably pound for pound the most underrated wrestler on this planet. But you have to say, he's in there with Jet Marshall. It's 1 and 2 for that exact title.
Now, Michael Caden, I would say that most wrestler matches come down to who's the better wrestler. I'm going to argue here that the winner of this match is going to be the toughest man in that ring and not necessarily tonight the best wrestler. Who's going to give up first? Who's just going to say, I've had enough and I've had all I can stand?
There's a time you go past pro wrestling and it's sheer internal fortitude. And my God.
I think it's done.
Arm to the back of the skull.
I think we're done.
We're done. Oh, no.
Joe Wade.
End the show now. The show is absolutely stolen by these two young warriors.
That's disgusting. Jet Marshall. No, that's a spitter.
We are seeing a breakout match after breakout match. I don't think there's ever been a more physical match in the history of Rise than what we're seeing right now.
Without teapots and all the kind of stuff that you use in your matches, I would agree with you. This, for a straight wrestler match, is as tough as it gets.
Huge. How are they still standing?
Oh,
my God! Diving double stomp to the face.
These guys have got footprints embedded on their...
Oh,
goodness me! That's it. Jet Marshall's down. He's up.
How are they going? They must be running on adrenaline and fumes. How on earth are they still going?
It's not on brain cells, I can tell you that, Michael Caden. Hey.
It's more than awesome. It's one of the greatest matches I've ever seen in the Rise ring.
You know what's happened now, though? Joe Wade's questioning. Well, if that's not done it, what do I have left in the treasure chest?
Well, we'll soon find out.
Oh,
Schoolboy.
this could be it.
Oh, something that simple almost ended
it
all.
Sometimes it's the way.
Oh.
Joe Wade's caught on the rope.
No!
Well, that's it.
What a match! What a match!
It is. There's your finish.
What a match!
Joe Wade.
Standing ovation.
I mean, all for were already standing, but the ones that were seated, yeah, they're up. There's an extremely ugly Jerry Halliwell in front of me, and even they're stood on their feet.
Without question, one of the most hard-hitting matches we have ever seen in Rise.
So I just prefer Sporty Spice, love, that's all. Although you're kind of scary Spice at the same time. Sorry.
I cannot say enough good things about these two guys, and I cannot believe what I've just seen in front of me.
They are beaten, battered, torn. Look at the colours of them. Are they going to embrace? Of course they're going to embrace. That's it. Hey, be careful encouraging these absolute peasants, Michael Caden.
The match we've just seen there is the reason I love wrestling. It's the reason I've given my life to this niche of niche art forms, and these two young men have just left everything they have in the ring tonight in Sheffield.
Jet Marshall. What are
God help anyone else wrestling tonight.
Sources maintain those hand signals mean God bless you, but I don't know if it's true. He's been offered beers. I wouldn't, you don't know what they've got. Half of these lot probably got COVID still. The head trainer of this absolute dive here in Sheffield, PPW. Do you know where I was trained? Rick Renegade's Wrestling Emporium down the M1. But this is the PPW head trainer. He runs this place, a highly respected man. He's about as interesting as a paintbrush, but he's a hell of a wrestler.
It's an atmosphere in the air that we're going to see something very special right here, Nathan.
And this is the man on the tippity tip of everyone's tongue, Liam Slater.
The name on the tongue of the wrestling world, Liam Slater, the hottest prospect on planet Earth, the youngest in charge.
You're probably wondering.
The ASCENT Tournament has been curtailed into Yorkshire's finest
big match field does not come close, Nathan Bach. This is the final of the ASCENT Tournament. And Liam Slater knows this.
As I was just saying, if you're wondering where you've seen this man, you've seen him everywhere, because he is everywhere. This man on the way to GCW, Progress, green tick, Rev Pro, green pick, anywhere.
That is Liam Slater, the man that has been there.
Do you want to know what we're looking at? Let me lay this down for you. Let's break that fourth wall again. North Tag Champion, North World Champion in the ring, beating the absolute shades out of each other. I think it's worthy to important that these guys are all over the place. This is not just Rise territory. I don't know too good what they do elsewhere, but I know what they're doing in the ring right now. And what they're doing in the ring right now is making a statement. This is the ASCENT final. Shades of Eddie G here. Oh! He was like a wet salmon. These two guys. Nowhere that these both aren't. These are well tenured.
As you mentioned previously, Liam Slater, they're trained at the PPW Academy. Somewhere that Leon Slater frequencies a lot. What I have to question, is this a game of master versus student, or is this a game of student trying to keep up with the master? Has Liam Slater taught Leon everything he knows, or is Leon Slater going to teach Liam Slater some tricks he's already got up his sleeve?
I can't, as much as I love to argue with you, I can't argue with the word you just said there. I believe it's important in this wrestling world where everybody knows what's going on. It is no secret that Liam has trained Leon at this facility. They both get all of their weaponry sharpened here, but there's an argument to be made that Liam Slater will not be outdone.
These guys are going to leave it all on the line tonight. Oh.
Through the middle rope there.
Basement drop kick.
Do you know what? That's not a move I see Liam use very often. I think he's wanting to prove a point here. Oh no! Oh!
The youngest in charge.
Anything you can do, I can do better, he says. Liam's tossed back in the ring.
Look at this atmosphere.
Oh, huge Euro. You do not want to take a European uppercut from Liam Slater.
We are witnessing something very, very special from these two men in this building tonight. This is ASCENT final. This is Spooky Slam, and this is Rise.
I believe I'm the first person that's ever said this, but business just picked up Michael Caden. He's got a single leg. He's got a single leg on the top.
That will do more damage than you can even imagine. Leon Slater relies heavily on them legs to do them amazing aerial moves, and Liam Slater knows that all too well. This is why it could be the master outwitting the student. Going for that coverage.
Oh, he's done!
There we go.
He might not make it to the States.
Bye-bye,
he's done. Goodbye! And a huge kick out. Liam Slater, Mr. 5 out of 10, Mr. Medium Rare, Mr. Halfway there, doesn't usually show much emotion. This is the most emotion I've ever seen that man.
I would certainly disagree with you on that. Liam Slater is one of the most talented wrestlers this country's ever produced.
Talented, I'll give you that. Interesting, not so much. But look at him here.
Yes, that rattle through this packed building.
The crowd don't know if they love it or hate it. Do they like Liam Slater? Do they dislike Liam Slater? Do you know what his catchphrase is? He's been saying a lot to anyone that listen. There's nothing outside the text. What does it mean? Sounds like gobbledygook to me, but he seems to think it means something.
Oh, backside. 1, 2.
Only a 1 there. You're not going to get... Oh! You're not going to get... You did a twisteroo! No! Euro! No! These come just like a good chicken selects a group of 3. Sorry, Michael, there. Shouting. We're getting excited. Oh! What's going on?
Thunder bomb there by Leon Slater.
Oh, my, he's done. He's out. He's out. He's not done. He finished. I could have sworn by bejesus that he was out there.
How many times can you burn a building down? If I thought Jet Marshall when Joe Wade was something, we're seeing something again now.
This is no joke. These are, and it is not disputed, two of the best in the country. That is an often used expression, but it is exactly true.
He is everyone's must-see wrestler. Going for that gut wrench again, but scouted by Liam Slater. Reverses the wrist lock, goes to the headlock again. Gut wrench caught.
He's down, he could have him, he's got him! 2, he's done, the other way! It's a Slater versus Slater!
Crucifix pin there. Rolling over Mahi Cradle.
It's done! He's done! He's done! He's there it is!
Liam Slater has done it!
Liam Slater has done it!
ASCENT Tournament winner!
And what does that mean, Michael Caden? You've been here before!
He is the must-see wrestler on this planet Earth we live on.
You asked about student versus master. What does this mean for Rise, PPW, the future? The man that trained him, Liam Slater.
Extremely bright. That's what it means.
Wow, is it?
Look at this crowd. Look at this atmosphere. Look at these people. It's Liam Slater's time.
It's Liam Slater's house. Charisma falling out of his eyeballs.